viewers, Sun Service here, back with Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, and I'm back in the dip mod. I decided to just essentially downgrade the game and play dip mod because base game Dreadnoughts is, I don't want to try it. So, we are playing here as the Spanish Empire. And my first of many duties is going to be improve relations with the Americans. And I also want to get that unrest down. Because if I can get that unrest down, then there's less chance the nationalists get in control. And the less chance the nationalists get in control, the best chance we have at, well, economic growth. So, I did a pre-generated fleet, so I have no control over, I had no control over what my fleet was, and I will be waiting until our constructions are finished before I look at any and all of the designs. The only thing I will do once this turn concludes, waiting for this turn to finish concludes, I will go ahead and change out just go and make sure that our old okay, no, let me go. I'm going off on a tangent. No, what I'm going to do is here, ship design with 0, get rid. Simple as that. So, you know what, I'm just going to see the designs. You are all commissioning, you're 2 months away. I'm going to get rid of those ones, and I'm going to keep the rest of those light cruisers. So, the light cruisers look like they're going to need a refit. These guys definitely, like, both of these classes here are going to need refitting. That is just a bit of an unfortunate fact of running this navy. So we're beginning off in the end with 8 light cruisers and 8 armored cruisers, sorry, in 15, 16, 17, 18 light cruisers. Hey, Avocado! Yeah, that's fine. Quickly, while you're still here, how have you been? If you can very quickly answer that, because it's been a couple months. I will admit that. It's been a couple months. Ah. Yeah. Doesn't sound good if you just described it as pain. Ooh, that isn't good. I've just, you might have seen, just been doing random stuff, and then I sort of then just took a break from streaming for ages, just because I wanted to go do other stuff that is stuff I'm not streaming. Like, I gone through Skyrim again. I'm in the process of going through Skyrim again. Just in my own time. That sort of stuff. Give us the rest of the week off. Crash out. Wait, hold on a second. school on a Sunday? What the hell is wrong with your education system? Alright, which is the That's the best option. Unrest lowering. Yes, thank you. Policies. America. Improve relations. Oh, God! Yeah, Well, my scheduling isn't that bad these days. Since I've become a volunteer, I'm 2 days a week at a charity shop. Yeah, it's... But we never had school on the weekends during my education time. Like, here in... It's like an optional thing in Britain. Okay. So this year in general's then more busier for you than 2024 was. Ah. So wait, do you guys have sort of like a thing like the Nordic countries do where you have to mandatory military time then, or from what I'm seeing of that explanation? Okay. It seems that the Americans are in agreement with going the peaceful option. And it's giving me a naval prestige boost early on, which is good. Ah. Yeah, we here in Britain used to have national service, either short term in the military or community stuff, but we haven't had that since the 90s, if I remember correctly, and the Tories were going to reintroduce that if they succeeded in the elections, which I honestly don't see is a bad thing. Because the national service here gives you skills that you can bring on in certain trades and increases your chance of actually finding work and earning a living. Well, okay, probably earning a living's more difficult these days, but you get my point. Big guns, 13-inch Mark 1s. I'm not going to be using 13-inch Mark 1s anytime soon, so... yeah, let's just boost the research budget to 100%. New structural steel. Nickel steel in 42 turns. Riveting... We're getting new riveting techniques in a few turns. It's riveting stuff, I guess. interesting. More stuff I'm finding out in less than 10 minutes. About your country. But yeah, if you do need to sleep, so go ahead and go do that now. It's nice having the quick catch up, Avocado, but yeah, you need sleep. So 23 years ago. Oh, come on. Load. Oh yeah, I forgot with Dip the long loading times. It tells how long since I last played Dip. You know, last time I played with Dip was this. Last time I played with Dip was in last year. Oh my god, that is been quite a while then. Right, mechanical armor forging, the riveting techniques, which has gone from 11 to 14, 13, 14, sorry. Hell, how long it's been, I was still reeling from getting fired from my old job. Hell, it was even before Christmas. So it would have been before I got that. I go off remembering times by how long I've had certain instruments. It's before I got the Warlock here. Long before I got the H string over there. Yeah. Ah. I don't know much about what the British one was like, and I didn't really research it because even if it's reintroduced, I wouldn't be put under the... I'm not under the circumstance to do it because of my Asperger's, but then also it'd be from those turning 18 this year if the Tories had won and national service was brought back. Which again, my opinion on it is even if whatever government that comes in should reintroduce it, because again, it's helpful for general people because they gain skills that they can then turn into a career, but then also as well, if stuff does hit the fan and we're getting invaded by the land, there are people who are military trained to go help. See what's... Ah. Right, quick explanation of what I'm doing here. I'm refitting the protected cruisers because their original layout is... Oh, come on. Please, please. You gotta let us have it, please. We need a 4.7 on the front. Okay. This is worse than I thought. This isn't a refit program. This is a replacement program. Ugh. We're gonna have to replace 18 protected cruisers with newer cruisers as well. Right. Light Cruiser 1. These guys are 1,500 tons. So maybe let's go up half the size, 3,000 tons. Yeah, maybe you could weld stuff together that could get your concrete battleship in Manila Bay to work. Do I want to actually go with this one, or do I want to go a semi? Yeah, I'll go with this one. And then let's go rear tower 2, as it's the middle of the road. You're not going to massively bankrupt me, but then also as well, you're not absolutely shizer. Yep. Night, avocado. Sweet dreams. Okay. So these new cruisers are going to be 18.5 knots speed, which is, in my opinion, good enough for our requirements. They are going to be equipped with a 4.7-inch guns in wing placements along the entire length of the ship. We're going to get a couple of 2-inch casement guns. No, we work on 3,000, but... Yeah, I'm just going to keep the standard. I'm just going to keep it at 3,000. No need to go overboard. So, 5.5 million right now. We're going to be keeping these mostly for coastal work, so... Okay, can I get a 2.5-inch main belt? Yes, I can. Two and a half inch with splinter proofing on the extendeds. Splinter proof on the decks. And the superstructure as well. Okay. decks don't need to be as much, I guess. Okay, I'm going to replace the forward wing pair with a forward single. Just single alone. Centre line. And I'm going to do the same with this aft set. With the two aft set of... Oh, but then that gives the best angles though. Is having the two wings. Right. Well, these are sort of more coastal duty boats, so I guess we could bring the range down a bit. Range down a bit, and then yeah, we got, in my opinion, a okay enough for service light cruiser, which, these are going to begin... We're going to have 18 of them just go straight in. And make sure that everyone here is on limited. And we are going to be considering the end of service of the original 18 cruisers. Because the original 18 are all no, I don't want to. There we go. Right. Improve relations with the Americans again. And we're going to mothball all the old light cruisers now because, again, their time is coming to an end. The 18 of them are not fit for purpose. Are not fit for purpose, and we are, well, removing them from service while we still can easily do that. And I'm going to do it now a slow one turn each scrapping process. So essentially Essentially, the class has, including the turn that I just did, 18 turns left in them. Okay. The new riveting techniques, minesweeping, which isn't really needed, I guess, but we got new engines and induced draft soon, and that alongside the new docks would facilitate us being able to refit the armoured cruisers, which the armoured cruisers are going to be refit. They're going to what's the word?
Yeah, let's do this.
They're going to still have to act as the flagships, because I'm not going to build a replacement armoured cruiser for them for a couple in-game years. Like, I think their replacement is going to come along at earliest 1895, 1896 time is my prediction. I may be wrong with that prediction. They may come earlier, they may come later. It's what is our financial position once things do become available. Right. We can't afford that. 7-inch casement guns. So the Byzantines hate us, the Portuguese hate us. I'm gonna try and, well, not go to war with Portugal. But I guess we could, in theory, take them with northern Spain. But I don't really want to test that theory just yet, whilst we're still a relatively small fleet. If you get my meaning. Like, maybe once we get a couple of battleships, we could provoke to test that. Yeah, I'm gonna remove the old classes stuff, and this month gets a 2-for-1 on the classes. You know what, they're all mothballed anyway. It's better off we just scrap and don't spend the money that's spent keeping the rest in mothballs. around. And then we need a class of torpedo boats. I've just realised torpedo boats. Yeah. Okay. Nose fuse shells, fast torpedoes. I'm not going to get 500-ton stuff there for a while. And I'm thinking now, with the new engines, we're going to produce a flotilla of torpedo boats. Sorry, not destroyers. Oh no. Please tell me that is a fear-mongering news headline. I've just seen a headline that, well, I hope isn't true. Apparently there's been another variant of COVID found in China. We still haven't recovered from last time. Right, so what do we go up to? Can we go up to 300? Yeah, we can go up to 300. So this is going to be a nice little cheaper torpedo boat, but we are we're giving it a bit too big of a gun, in my opinion, for a torpedo boat. No, you're getting a single 3.1-inch gun. "24 knots. It's the speed I'm going to attempt to reach with you. Balanced rudder, gun cotton. I'm going to keep you with nose fuse. Have you on a reduced ammo. Single funnel. Guess like a 3.1 on the rear, and then 3 torpedoes. Yeah. Like a cute little torpedo boat here. we can up the bulkheads for. And yeah, this little thing is going to be its own class of torpedo boats, so I only do like right now 8 of them, but we can get more on the stocks. We can get more on the stocks in 2 turns once the light cruisers come out. Maybe another 12. Have them be 20 ships. Something like that. Like, semi-armored cruisers available, but I think it's already been available to actually go get for ages, so. Okay, and August, the cruisers come out, and I quickly thought about it. We're going to do 20 more torpedo boats. Why? Well, 8, 18, 28. We're going to have the row of 8s. Well, row of ending in 8s, sorry. Kiddly-do-kiddly. That ups our unrest. Sorry, we can't actually. We said to say no to an alliance with the best nation to get an alliance with, normally. Right. Extra 20 torpedo boats for 28 total on a turn, and finally we're no longer draining money from our coffers. Kiddly-do-kiddly. So now we're actually profit making. Our transport cap is good enough. I'm gonna keep some form of actual money going there and bring crew training up, because we always need new sailors. We'll produce a lot of seamen. No. I know people here would know in the naval context, but no. That lowers unrest. White powder. Emergency welding repairs in 2 turns. Okay, welcome to November of 1881, everyone. Welcome to Where the Hell Did My Stuff Fall Down To? Your host, Silent Service 77. Let's get a bit of light in here, I guess, because this room isn't best with lighting, even with my blinds open. Okay. So, couple more turns, and then we will build a capital ship. Okay. (16-inch torpedo tubes. Okay, let's design a battleship. So now we have 2 choices here. This design, or this one. I'm going to go this one as it's a little... It's a little more upgradable in the future. This one is just flat out better than the cage mast, so. That one fits, well, the one doesn't fit. Free funnel layout, kind of like an upscaled version of the light cruisers free funnel. Oh, nah. All had them right next to each other like that. Yeah. Now I want 17 knots out of this ship, which seems reasonably doable. We're gonna go 12s. 12s is the plan. Gun cotton, white powder, enhanced reload, so it's our rough rough rate of fire is not good. It's an 11 inches rate of fire compared to the 12. So the 11 has a 90-second reload time. Have 120. That's a 30-second difference, but I think the reload time of the 11s is more reasonable for us than the reload time of the 12s, and so we're going to go 11s instead. The secondary guns are going to be 4.7 inch guns, because yes, I like 4.7 inch guns. Now we've done all the moduling. I want that, and I'm gonna get you on maximum there. At 28% quality, I'm going to need a full 15-inch belt to keep out those. I do not want to be penetrated. 4-inch there, and then the 1.5s there. 1.5. And the 8-inch conning tower that I so love putting on my ships. Yeah, I can have a 1.5 all deck. So versus our own guns, both HE and AP, I am protected, at least for this era, with our particular setup. Can I crew quarters? No. I'm going to standardize crew quarters in many of the bulkheads. Many of the bulkheads and push 18 knots. And we have our first battleship, the San Felipe something I can't pronounce. Oh, for God's sakes. Ban, ban, ban. We had a bot. I'm gonna see if we can build 3 of them, and then another 2-year shipyard process as well. But having three new battleships brought in would be a godsend to our navy. Because we have the ships that can then go out and actually do combat, 1, but also 2, it then means we can get our armoured cruisers rebuilt more easily. Oh no. This is bad. The approval ratings have gone to a place that I kind of didn't want them to go to, but they've gone to. Oh well. Oh well, let's make the most of the time that we have in Spain, that we don't have the nationalists in control, because we're going to be in economic crisis once they come in control. And going into economic crisis is not something we want. Okay. Small gun barrels, so 2 more turns for lighter boilers. I'm just thinking, we've already put a whole bunch of resources into these protected cruisers. What's the harm in putting a little more in, just bringing them in for a quickie engine upgrade? Quick engine upgrade. Quick engine upgrade, quick propellant upgrade. Switch out the shells. switch out the shells and up to 19 knots. And this is like a month of refit of the class. That's again just a small quality of life improvement for them. They get better range, they get better other stuff, I guess. Right. Lighter boilers, 3 months for Light Cruiser 2, so original design there is gone. But there is good reason for the original design there being gone, because we're gonna build 2 battleships. Like, sort of realization coming to me here. We're not gonna be able to sustainably afford 3 at one time in construction. Okay. And then my plan is with our battleships is to maybe wait until the dockyards go up another size and then build 2 even newer ones. 2 9s, Mark 2 3s. Because, yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Okay. Turn to that new light cruiser hull. 3 turns to new torpedo boat stuff. Now, I know my tactics with dips, so I probably should be putting more work into torpedo boat survivability and torpedo boat stuff, but well, who cares? Who cares? Not me. Okay, so more tensions change. Okay, for once an alliance with Britain that we can do without seriously affecting our unrest levels. Oh, the Portuguese are not happy with us. I would not know why. Because we haven't done anything. And I literally mean we haven't done anything to provoke them. The Blaise de Lazo here. Blaise de Lazo. These guys can do with a rebuild. Crew quarters down standard. The armor is it's in like the setup of the armor's okay. Standard ratio, max HE, all good there. Gun cotton, white powder, standard size shells. Yeah, you got torpedoes on every area that can have torpedoes. Okay, just set dex to 0.5 each of the areas. These things are surprisingly heavily armored. 18 knots. Okay, max bulkheads. Yeah, it was 2 of these funnels we went with. I was just trying to see if any other setup was more efficient, but no. Then casement mounted guns are going to be using the 3.1s. And your main guns get increased to twins, but shaved down to 7s. Again, it's literally just an easier way to run things. And I'm going to remove your torpedoes. Just because I see the torpedoes as a potential weak spot in the design. And the weight for the torpedoes is going into deck armor. Okay. In my opinion, the armored cruisers are good enough for another couple years of service. Again, right, so gonna do the refits in 2 patches. First half, then second half. The class. Especially as still currently the Blaise de Lazo class are the most, essentially our flagship still. The refit isn't reflective of a flagship type vessel though, because, well, they're being replaced in that role very quickly, replaced in that role by the battleships. I have to watch later. Up to 8-inch casement guns. I won't be using them, but okay. 7 months left on the battleships. I'm just realizing we may run into a historically accurate issue. I don't think we're gonna have the budget to finish the Blaze de Lazo refits. Or yeah, I'm not going to be able to. Right. He should not interfere with naval matters when it's the Navy's matters. All in agreement. Say aye. There's 2 turns of those refits left, but less than 2 turns of budget left. How long have those been in being? It doesn't matter. Limited. Okay, that slightly lessened our financial woe, but yeah, okay, and I guess we got enough for crew pool. We don't need to worry. Oh no, there wasn't 2 turns of that left. There was actually 1, but it was saying 2 because, well, it's a teeny tiny bit of an idiot game in that way of things. Oh, Monroe's put out another video on his Dutch campaign. Might go watch that later. I can watch them more casually now, seeing as I stopped doing the Dutch naval time stuff I started on with that campaign. Right. Let's bring Infanta Maria Theresa in. For a rebuild, and then start up the thing again. The turn machine. A conversational topic to I say conversational thing, it's more me telling you things now, because there's no one in chat. I've been reading recently, actually, like, properly reading, not using phone, but actual physical books. I'm currently, reading a funny little book, Red, White and Royal Blue. I found a lot of sections really hilarious in it, and we're allies with the Dutch. Okay. Good on us, I guess. We have two good alliances on our hands. Got enough I can bring another one in. Looks like it's not as doom and gloom for the Blaze delay, so as I was thinking. Yep. No. I hate doing that option but it's probably like the best all-round option for us because it gives me enough budget to put in gives me enough to put the last two Les de Lazos into rebuild. They'll put them through college. Oh god, that's a joke that only Americans would probably probably get because they don't have free education systems. Well, here in the UK we're free right up until you get to university. As long as you university isn't free, but everything else until you're 18 is free education. In terms of the actual education part, getting there, not so much. No apologies to the Americans. I'm flexing over the fact that we we have free education, mostly the general stuff. We have free healthcare. We don't have a convicted criminal leading up. Well, actually, I don't know about Keir Starmer's criminal record, but so he could do a major one, but yeah, we don't have someone with a major criminal record then in charge of our country. What else? Another thing to do with schools, and something we're better than Americans with, we can go through a school education without going through any sort of school shooting, or the potential we're never going home because we've had a bullet go through our hearts or something. I guess there are worse things. Wait, no, there aren't worse things than getting shot. But or should I just say, not much worse things than getting shot. Reinforced bulkheads in 2 turns, which is great. Wish it had come a little earlier, because the Les de Lazos could have, and I mean really could have, benefited from that, but well. So the new battleships are here. I'm going to be doing another set of them, as in like another set of battleships, not of the exact same design, because, well, technological advancements are going to come along by the time I decide to do a new ship, which will be 1894. Because we're getting that in a turn. Secondary guns, Mark II 4-inch is on the way, but I don't really trust that coming. But also in 2 turns as well, there's improved structural steel, but also we could build bigger ships, tonnage wise, in bigger ships tonnage wise for new capital ships. Yeah. Reinforced bulkheads, minesweeping wires, Okinawa, it's ours. Oh, no, sorry, not ours, it's got oil, sorry. Or, no, there was an invasion attempt going on over there, wasn't there? Yeah, that invasion ain't gonna work out. That one ain't working out either. Okay. Where are we in the figures of potential war? I guess we can go insult Portugal. Two turns for a whole bunch of decent stuff. Now we're running a 100% research budget easily, so things I think should go fine. Or I guess they'll go fine. Don't exactly quote me on that, please, because, they may not go fine at all. I completely forgot what I was mentioning. Yay. Go Asperger's. I can take that hit. For once. Right. Few turns time, and then we have rangefinders, which is going to need a massive refit across the fleet. But then also a new battleship and new armoured cruiser. New battleship or new armoured cruiser? The Blaze de Liaison just had a refit, so we could be fine armoured cruiser wise. Don't exactly quote me on that. Because I don't know if we'll be fine or not exactly. But that's a thing we'll all figure out shortly. Shortly, once we're not fine and we're dying in a fiery pit of Tartarus. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, 2 more turns there, advanced more funnels, 101 turns for new engines. But yeah. Yeah. We're doing well. Again, all things considered, doing well. Oh, I've just seen something pop up on things I'm looking at whilst these loading screens are going on. That has sort of reminded me of some things that I briefly hinted to earlier, but some viewers might be aware that I do music stuff as well. And I kind of made a new music purchase, H-string. More specifically, Stefan Carpenter signature, which, those of you who are, like, fanatics of a band and know all the names of all the members of every band they like, the name may be familiar to you. If you don't, Stefan Carpenter is the guitarist for Deftones. Well, the guitarist for Deftones, although he doesn't play live with them anymore, well, hardly ever plays live with them anymore since like COVID happened. But he like still works in the studio and stuff. But what they don't tell you in the school of H-string guitar is it's really, really weird and difficult to go between the two, the 8-string and your standard 6-string. Once you get used to the 8-string, and you can tell from my statement I found that out the hard way. Yeah, I did. So we're 7,000 ton heavy cruisers. I'm gonna run a heavy cruiser class. Screw it.
My pizza is on, by the way.
Okay.
I put it on the double check. So just
Yeah, leave the oven on when yours is done, because I'll put mine on when yours is done.
okay, it's 5 minutes. So.
Okay. Right, we have a time limit to build this cruiser then. 7,000 tons. We're gonna literally build this to the maximum of maximums that we can build to. This ship is going to use the new Mark II 9-inch guns. Engines, best we have available, balanced rudder, nickel steel plating, reinforced bulkheads 1, which comes automatically in dip, because, well, Monroe did it as an automatic thing in dip just as help along the AI situation. Increased HE, which I found in dip is my preferred way to go. Okay, so now these things are going to be a twin funnel setup. They're going to run the 3.1 inch secondaries, and then the 4.7 will be used in the capital ships. I'm going to run the side torpedoes, but only the side torpedoes, because but my sort of then thing is underwater torpedoes do have a probability of getting flooded if they get hit. Us designers are aware of that, and so we've sort of run a specialized system that we can if so desired, immediately counter flood the torpedo room on the other side to save the stability of the ship. That's going to be like an in theory, like in roleplay sort of idea that's done, and because unfortunately you can't actually implement that in the game because reasons. 6-inch conning as well. Can we go the full 8 then? Yeah, we can. 8, 4, 4, 2, 1, 1, 2, 8, 1 9 9 2, and then an all 2-inch there. Okay. And then the rest of that is being poked into speed. Poked into speed and okay, no extra range and standard crew quarters. Good to go for the ship there. Now these guys are essentially 10 times the an extra 10 million over the Blaze delay, so I was about to say 10 million, but no. It's not something like that. I'm going to lay down 3 of these new armoured cruisers. They're going to take a year. And then once 1894 rolls around, I will design the next battleship. This is going to untune. Well, no, we're not going to invest in that relationship. We can't, well, we can afford to, surprisingly enough, in our situation as the Spanish, but, we ain't going to.
Hey, Lynn,
Yeah?
you can put yours on now, please.
Right. Again, leave the oven on. Okie dokie diddly. Pizza's on. That's what I'm having for meals. Yeah, contact exploder. Kingdom of Portugal hates us, which is good. Five months to that. 32 months to that. 23 months to that. We're not getting new technologies that quick. Or easy. Okay. Right. Tension changes. Interest indeed. Yep. Nine months to go. To the new cruisers. 2 more months. We will have new dockyards, so okay. No, we aren't allying ourselves with you, Vive la France. No. You guys can deal with your own issues. I think I'm gonna set all my Atlantic ships to... Oh yeah, they got like South American stuff as well. But I'm gonna set like all the armored cruisers there to active, proper active. Oh yeah, we own like all this stuff that. Then we're gonna have to deal with the Portuguese in Brazil as well. You know what? In being everything. In being everything, I think war is on the way, and so I am just preparing. Preparing for war that is to come. Oh no! Literally the end of the end. The thing I didn't want has happened. But it's an inevitable thing when you're playing the Spanish. Which is why as the Spanish it's always good to try and get your bloody thing which what's its name? Try to get your economy going as quickly as possible. So yes, battleship numero 2 runs numero 3, sorry, it's number 3, but in terms of design it's numero 2. And I've about used all the Spanish I remember from my least favourite lesson in school. Right. You have to go the 18 knots, that is a non-negotiable. Non-negotiable, we are not sacrificing that. We're still going to run the 11s. No. We're running the 12s on this thing. Run the 12-inch guns. And bring in the 4.7s. Secondary guns, got the range finding, and our armor quality goes up to 53% now, so 53 to protect against our own guns, which is this setup. We're going to need a 14-inch main belt. So I'm going to continue the 15. The 15 5 5 5 2 1 1 2 8 1. I just realised something I forgot to do with the 11-inch arm. Oh wait, did I do it with the 11-inch arm? I forgot the turret armour. Let's go 14-inch main belt, because the turrets are going to be 14, so yeah, I need to go double check that turret armour, because if I have forgotten it, these things are going to need a delay. The San Nicolas is completed anyway, and the 2 ships get laid down. And I need to see the San Felipes immediately. San Felipes, come to my office. It's an emergency. It is an emergency. I forgot your turret armor. I'm an idiot. Okay. Good news is you don't need as desperate. You don't need as big of a turret armor number as I originally thought. 2 and 2 there. Gun cotton white powder. Oh, I'm gonna have to standard bulkheads. Oh, up you to nickel steel at least. Come on, we're in the era of nickel steel. Right, range down there. Yeah, the San Felipes. Well, I guess in historical photos, it'll help you date the ships, I guess, because yeah, the Felipe went in for emergency rebuilding within the year of her construction, which helps, I guess, with trying to get a date on when a photo of her is taken. Photo or artist description, I should say, because during early career, it's in the time where photography is in its infancy, and so yeah. I think like all the times that the ships would actually have photography done, it'd be in the 2 funnel setup. Okay. Yep. See, it's counterproductive, but raise unrest. Why? The nationalists are in. Nationalists are in, so unrest is preferably wanted to go on the up. Together now. Right, I think that's going to be the end of the stream. Yeah, it's going to be the end of the stream. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you again. Sun service. Going silent.